Hi everybody, good morning. I hope you are having a fantastic, final uh, final quarter of the year. But we're already in December, and it's coming to Christmas, so it's just that time of the year. So once again, thank you so much for all your love, support, every single one of you who's been there with me since 2021. So thank you so much. It's always lovely to read your messages. For all of you who are new, who's sending messages, supporting me, who's giving me compliments, thank you so much. Those who need help, who's asking for help, who's asking for topics, I'm trying to accommodate everything and help as much as I can. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much, and welcome to Learning with Lenny. It is lesson number 96. So we're just 4 lessons away before we hit the 100th lesson. So tell me, what should I do? Should I go live? I'm really new at this, and I'm really trying to see what I can do to make things more and more better. Okay, so once again, thank you so much. It's lesson 96. The topic for today is how do you get your team to stay motivated. Okay, so at the end of the day, what you need to understand is if you run a business, if you're a team leader, if you're a system manager, anybody who is actually running a team, you got to always understand your team has to be motivated. Your team has to stay motivated. Your team has to keep moving forward to see what they can achieve as well. So at the end of the day, you got to understand your job is to make sure your team is always motivated. And if your team is motivated, if you are motivated, you are going to go far, you're going to move forward, you're going to be profitable, and that's what we want, right? At the end of the day, we want a business which is successful. We want people who become successful. We want to be part of that process to help people to be successful. So it all leads up back to you anyway. So what you need to understand is for you to be successful is for you to have successful people with you. Okay, so how do you get your team to stay excited? The first thing is use standardized agendas. That means people have got to know what they need to do, right? So that's what we call making them focus. Use standardized agendas is for one reason. When I come into an office, I know for a fact today what I'm going to do. I'm going to open my laptop. I'm going to go through the reports. I'm going to see what needs progress. I'm going to see what I can improve on. I'm going to write down the topic and lessons I need to teach, train. I need to see what my staff needs. So these are things that is standardized. That means on a daily basis, when your team walks in, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what their goals are. They know where they're heading to, what they need to achieve. So those are what we call standardized agendas. And then the second thing here is provide value. So each day when people walk into your office, what you want to do is you want to provide value to them. So meaning here that you got to be that person who teaches and trains people, trains your team, teaches your team every single day without fail, so that they understand that they're getting value and you are providing value. All right, when they are able to learn on a daily basis. So today I'm learning how to go out and pitch 100 people. Today I'm going out and learning how to turn around a negative. Today I'm going out and learning how to at the end of the day, right, when you train people how to be valuable, when they go out and they know for a fact that every obstacle and every hurdle they go through, there is something that has been taught to them which they are able to understand. How can they jump across it? How can they break that barrier? And how can they move forward? Then it becomes more and more and more better for them to stay with you, because at the end of the day they're learning something, right? And that's what people want. People want to keep learning. They don't want to be in a place where they're just stagnant and not doing anything. When you have one staff in your office and you are not with that staff, to motivate them, teach them, show them, train them, then that staff is going to feel they are not wanted anymore, right? So that is part of why, even if you have one person in your team, you've got to be able to provide value. That value is going to go a long way for that person, because even if that person leaves, they will still understand how to go on with life, because they will know that the value you train is something for them to move forward with. Okay? The third thing here is team participation. Now, when you have a team of people working for you, right, they've got to be able to participate in things that you do. So you've got to be able to also have your daily meetings where it's all about, you conversing with your team. When your team participates with you, they start to understand your goals, they start to understand what you want, they start to understand, to see how the company can grow, they start to understand, to see how they can play a value in the company itself. So that team participation is important in the office. Now, when you are able to train people in the office, and if let's say they were to go out and do sales, then they would actually understand now that they need to pass that same message across to the team they are training, right? So if I'm a brand new person, what I want to know is the person who's going to train me, are they going to be valuable to me, right? And if I'm a person who's training someone, I've got to know, when I take somebody out, how much value can I give them? So when there is a lot of team participation, that is how you grow. Each person will see that the person who is leading them is somebody they want to follow. And the person who is training them will see that this is a person who absorbs value to themselves as well. Okay, so it's really important to understand there must be team participation, and that is what keeps people motivated as well. So I want to be motivated because I want my team to be motivated. I want my team to be motivated because when they are motivated, I'll be motivated. You get what I'm saying? It's a whole it's like a whole cycle that works once you understand this. Okay. The fourth thing here is be consistent. You got to be consistent in coming to the office. You got to be consistent in training people. You've got to be consistent in learning. You've got to be consistent in providing value to people. You've got to be consistent in teaching people. You've got to be consistent in showing them leadership. So this is really important. Consistency is not just about you walking in the office. Consistency is about everything. When you are consistent with what you do, so for example, every week without fail, I will make sure I am posting out videos, right? Now, from one video, I want to do 2 videos per week. So, but the main thing is that consistency of posting out the video has to be there. When it's the same for you running a business. If today you're sick and you're not in the office, that's fine. But have you actually replaced yourself with someone who can open the office? Do you have your office open when you're not there? Will your office run when you're not there? Will your office run when you're overseas? So these are things that you must be able to be consistent in doing, because when you do something, people follow and they will automatically run the business for you. Okay? And number 5, be realistic. I've seen this so many times with so many people. They're just not being realistic. Hey, you know what, guys? Today I want you to go out and I want you to sell this amount of things, and I want you to make sure that you do this and that. Now be realistic, because times have changed. You've got to adapt to those changes. You've got to change with it. But in order, when you change, you make a lot more people more motivated as well. So when you sell something, make sure you're selling something realistic to them. Make sure that you can, you see, we all want to be optimistic, right? At the end of the day. That means I know for a fact, if I go out and I do sales, I'm going to be able to break records, right? Now, that's what you tell yourself. But in realistic times and realistically, what happens is, you know for a fact that you're going to go out, you're only going to be able to do this or slightly more. But the only way for you to keep doing slightly more is because you're doing it consistently every day, right? So you've got to be able to pass that message across. Now, if I go out, I'm going to be able to make, 100 ringgit or $100 today, right? So if you say that and people see you bringing in 100, 120, then what happens is they know it's realistic, and they know that that there is a room where you can do more as well, right? But if you tell a person, hey, you know what, you're going to go out there and you're going to do 200 or 500 for the day, and you personally are bringing in 100, they're going to just go like, oh man, this is not going to work, man. This guy is just talking a lot of bull crap, which is not going to allow us to see potential in this. So that's where you've got to understand. Be realistic with whatever goals you have. Be realistic with whatever you tell people. Be realistic with how you provide this information to them. Because at the end of the day, people watch you, they're watching a leader. And when they watch a leader, they want to be they want a leader who they can trust. They want a leader who they can follow. They want a leader who they know is going to help them and pick them up and show them a direction where they can head together with you. All right. So at the end of the day, be realistic in everything you do. Okay. So once again, how do you get your team motivated to stay motivated? Do this. It will help you to make your team look at things differently, look at things clearly, and look at things in a way where they can understand, they can move forward together with you, together with your business, and together to build the business for you. Okay, so if this makes sense and if it helps you out, then what you need to do here is you got to share it out with people, because at the end of the day, people have to understand if they want to stay motivated, they got to be able to teach and train people the right things, the right way, and move forward with them, because that's the only way it's going to work if you want to move forward as well. If you want to be successful, make sure you're taking the right people with you, and make sure you're teaching the right things to them. Okay, so once again, thank you so much. If let's say this it makes sense, if it's worth your time, then make sure that you are sharing it out to every single person, putting it on different platforms, help people out, because your help is going to make a lot of people learn as well. Okay, so 2 tips I just want to leave you guys with is, number 1, work harder every day. Every single day you get up, every single day you got to understand, you got to work harder today, because yesterday is the past, today is the present, tomorrow is the future. So you are building your future. You're building today for your future. Okay, so work harder every day. This is what every business people do. And the second thing is work smarter every day. So whatever you can do, make sure you do it smarter in a different way as well. So every day is got to be the day that you say, if I've achieved 100 ringgit or $100 today, when you get up the next day, you got to say, hey, you know what? I've got to make 110, and I'm going to work smarter at how I did and how I'm going to do it as well. Okay, and tomorrow is going to be a brand new day. Day after is going to be a brand new day. Every day you get up, you've got to understand that every single successful person out there has worked hard, has worked smart. Okay, so once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope this makes sense. Give me a thumbs up if you love it, if you like it. Please make sure to share it. Please make sure to comment below if you need any other topics. I'm more than happy to see how I can help you out. And most importantly, if you are new at watching this, please subscribe, because at the end of the day, you can help another person as well. Okay, so once again, thank you so much. It's been lovely speaking to every single person all over the world. I'll see you in the next lesson.